There are thousands of guides on how to go viral on Instagram. Nowadays, it feels impossible to differentiate whether the advice from these Instagram gurus are legit or if they're giving out bad information. And that's why in this video, I'm gonna reveal the exact steps that you can take to get started with Instagram Reels as a beginner so that you know exactly how to go viral on demand. So the first thing that we need to focus on, step number one, is going to be knowing your audience. The reality is that a lot of people believe that I'm just gonna cast a wide net, I'm gonna create general content, and I'm gonna attract more people because of that. But it's going to do the absolute opposite effect. When you tailor your content, what's gonna happen is you're going to build a loyal community of followers that are following you for a specific reason. And when you continue to feed that community and the niche of the community that you're building, then they're going to engage with that content and they're gonna be more likely to share that content because they know what to expect from you as a creator. And the more they engage with that content, this is going to contribute to your growth because this is how the algorithm works. It's gonna start by blasting your content to your followers, and if the followers engage, then what it's going to do, it's going to cast a wider net because it says Instagram, this is a cool piece of content. And then the people that are going to receive it are people similar to the people that are your followers, which is who you want to reach. Just think about how you consume content on Instagram. You're following somebody for a reason. Like if it's a faceless brand like House of Highlights, like you're following them for sports highlights. All these meme accounts, you're following them from a meme perspective. If you're following an account like Earthpics, you're looking for cool nature and photography. If you're looking at pages like Humans of New York, you're looking for stories and photos from people around New York. The same reason that you're following specific accounts is the same reason that you need to niche down and define who exactly you want to target. So the questions that we need to answer as a creator is, who is my content for and where I'm going to add value? Are you a fitness influencer looking to help men who are entrepreneurs get in shape with a busy lifestyle? Are you a financial expert looking to help millennials spend smarter? So a quick and simple way to do this is I would just go to ChatGPT if you're really confused about this, and I would say, I am into fitness and I want to create an Instagram account that helps busy people that are in business get in shape. What is my target audience and how can I add value to them? And what ChatGPT will populate is it will give you the target audience, what their pain points are, how you can add value to them, their challenges. And the more that you can know this, the more that you can define this, the more you will be able to create that cult-like following, and the more likely you will be to have your pieces of content reach more people and reach more ideal people and create a community and a following and a really strong audience for your Instagram account. It's time to move on to step number two, viral content ideation. So really the essence of going viral on Instagram hinges on you generating good ideas that resonate with the audience that we just defined. So what you can do is simply consume, come up with trend ideas from consuming, and come up with the ideas that are going to resonate with your target audience. A lot of creators, especially when they're starting off, they get overwhelmed by ideas because they think that the only path to having success on social media is I need to recreate the wheel and I need to be original with my content. The problem with this is if you're spending so much time coming up with ideas, you're simply going to be coming up with something original, then you're going to cross your fingers and then you're going to hope it works. And then you get frustrated when this killer idea that took you all this time to think about just flops and then you're back at square one. So instead, what we need to do is we need to adopt and adapt trending content that suits your audience's preferences. And your job is really just to create your own spin on it. This process will literally just take concepts that are performing well for the masses and that they're familiar with and allow them to pull them in because they're familiar with that concept. And what this is going to do, it's going to allow you to increase engagement and also streamline your process of creating ideas. So what I would do is I would go on Instagram, I would click on my Reels tab, and I would just simply start scrolling. So I'd see what content is doing well and think to myself, how can I emulate this for my brand? I'm going to click the save button on the bottom right, the little tag. And what I will start to do is I'll start to have a database in my saved posts that I can then add to a folder and be able to reference. So the other idea is just to simply go on TikTok. So if I'm an entrepreneur, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna type in entrepreneur on the search bar and I'm gonna look at what content is getting the best results. So 5-step process to make $10,000 a month. You could easily emulate that. I'm going to save the video again. And what you can do is you look at this, you consume it, you study it exactly how they're doing it. And then to go even further on the right-hand side, you will see other searches that other people are searching for as it relates to entrepreneur, which gives you more ideas. The third way to do this is to go to ads.tiktok.com and check out their creative center. What this is going to do is going to show you all of the top ads that are performing extremely well. I'd go to TikTok, now I'd click on inspiration, now I'd go to top ads. And then here you can literally see all of the ads that are working extremely well within a specific niche. So if I'm, let's just say business services, maybe I'm a marketing agency. So I'm going to go ahead and click on marketing and advertising. And then I can see in the last 30 days, the best performing ads as it performs to marketing. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to save the link so that I can have something that I can always fall back on. But I'm not just going to consume it, I'm going to study. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down for 30 minutes. I'm going to put all of these ideas into something like a Google Sheet or a Notion page. And then now I have this huge database of content ideas so that I can emulate and never run out of ideas. So now that we have our audience and our content ideas, it's time to move on to the next step, which is actually creating banger content. The reality of the situation when it comes to creating content is your content actually needs to be good. What happens is a lot of creators rely just on, I'm just going to be really consistent, I'm going to post a lot and hopefully I'm going to blow up. Or on the total flip side is they rely on just looking fancy. But at the end of the day, none of that really matters, because the problem is with just being consistent is that you're probably going to lack engagement and growth due to content that's failing to do what it needs to do, which is capture attention of your audience. And then when it comes to, okay, I just need to make the fanciest thing, what you're going to do is you're just going to bog yourself down, spend all this time, and it's going to actually hurt you in the long run, because what's actually doing well is not necessarily the fancy edit. So you don't need to put so much pressure on yourself to create this fancy video that's actually going to do well. Attention spans are shorter and shorter. And instead of just focusing on just posting to post, or I'm going to create this crazy video that's just going to be so highly edited, we need to focus on one thing: catching the person's attention. We need a really good hook, and we need to have conviction in our videos. This means when people on the other side of the screen are scrolling, we need to stop them. We need to have a scroll stopping hook that's going to do it. And secondly, we need to have conviction that radiates through the video that makes what you're talking about actually believable. When you scroll on Instagram and you look at big influencers, what you'll start to notice is likely there's something going on the screen, or something that's happening in the first 3 seconds of the video that's hooking you in. And you'll especially realize if they're talking from the conviction perspective, they are believable in what they're saying. Look at people like Grant Cardone, Hormozi, Jay Shetty, Rachel Hollis. When they talk, you believe what they're saying. And that's because they have conviction. From an actionable perspective, when it comes to creating banger content, we need to hook our audience early. So the first 3 seconds are critical. We need to start with an attention grabbing statement, a question, or a visual in the first 3 seconds. We need to use some text overlays when we're actually editing the video to actually draw them in. And then when it comes to conviction, we need to be confident and passionate in our delivery. If you are doing a talking head video, your audience literally needs to feel your enthusiasm and believe in your message. Another quick, easy way to come up with hooks from a tactical perspective is to use ChatGPT. I could say something like, write me 10 polarizing hooks for content I can create based on the audience above. And what ChatGPT will give you a bunch of ideas. And these are polarizing, these are awesome, these are frameworks that you can then use. But let's just say you're doing like a clip, for example. So what I would do is I would use a visual hook. I would go to something like submagic.com. So if I have my video inside of Submagic, I can go to captions. So I can add my captions, and then I can actually go to the boost column and I can say AI hook title. I can create a visual hook on the video. And then if I go to captions, I can add stuff like sound design, which is going to, again, further catch the person's attention as it pertains to hooking them into the audience. Creating the hook is not going to be that hard. When it comes to conviction, this will be something that you need to practice and you need to get good at. And as a beginner, this will probably be one of the hardest things to learn. But once you nail it down, you will see your views start to go up. So now we've got our audience, we've got dope ideas, we know how to create banger content. Now, what we're going to talk about is one of the most important parts of going viral on Instagram, which is attention grabbing editing. The post-production is almost as important as the content itself. If you have a great idea, you have a great piece of content, but your editing sucks, your video is probably going to flop. Good editing combines a good visual hook, sound design, and dynamic elements to actually create a good viewer experience that people want to watch, end up watching, and sharing with their friends. I'm sure you watch videos and you might subconsciously think, wow, this is a great idea and cool content, or even a clip. But where the magic actually happened was in the post-production. And the thing is, a lot of people think editing is so hard, editing is a waste of time, and I can just post to post. But the reality is that's not gonna fly today. The problem with unedited or poorly edited videos is that it struggles to actually do what a good viral video is going to do, which is hold the viewer's attention. And what's gonna happen to you is you're just gonna get low engagement and limited reach. So what we need to do is we need to work smarter, not harder, when it comes to editing. If I was starting from scratch, I would prioritize my editing, and I would make sure my editing is actually good for myself and for my clients. I would use a tool like submagic.co. The platform literally offers everything that we need to create banger edits that are going to, in fact, attract your target audience. I literally just uploaded a video and it automatically generated the captions. I can select the type of caption that I want for my video. So let's just do Ollie. I can change my colors if I want to. I can go to captions, and now I'm able to have a video that's edited for me. And if I needed to, I can go ahead and trim this video up. What I look for is I look for like dead space. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this dead space right here. I can remove the silence automatically, which is really nice. I can edit captions if I need to. If I want want to talk about the hook, I can do a click. If I wanted to add a nice hook, I can just click on AI hook title. I can even add stuff like B-roll to the video. So let's just say I wanted to find a video, and that will automatically apply. I can add a film burn to make the transition even better. And I can even click magic B-rolls and it will automatically add the B-roll for me. This literally took me 3 minutes to edit this video, and then I can simply export this. Now you have the ideas, you have the content, you have your target customer, you have the editing down. We cannot sleep on arguably one of the most important parts of the videos, and that is going to be volume. So volume is the key to going viral on Instagram. Many people believe that posting frequently is just so overwhelming and it's better to just focus on high quality posts. The problem is that if you post infrequently, you're gonna have slower growth and fewer engagements, because the more you post, the more that's going to compound. What you're also able to do is you're able to rapid test videos, and you can actually figure out what is actually good. Frequent posting builds a strong audience. And the good thing is that you can emulate this without, again, spending hours behind a computer. That is exactly what I would do if I just started learning Instagram Reels and I wanted to go viral on the platform. If you're interested in the software that I use, go ahead and click the link down in the description. The real question is why go viral on one social media platform when you can go viral on a lot? So if you want to learn more about how to do that, go ahead and click here and learn my billion view marketing strategy that you can use to go viral on every social media platform. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.